Alright, this is called the 1-2 roller, and basically with this guy you want to check, from what he says, is to make sure that there's no deep gouges or scratches in this. If you see some light scratches, you can try and sand them with, I believe he says 400 grit sandpaper. You can try just lightly sanding off any light scratches. Obviously you don't want to scratch sideways like this. You want to try and go across like this, because there's two bands that go on here, and if they're going to scratch, they're going to scratch sideways like this. So you want to try and sand back and forth like this very lightly. If the scratches go away, then you're okay. If they don't, then you probably have to replace this piece. Also, you want to check all the teeth that are here. As you can see, there's all these little teeth. So you want to check those teeth, make sure they're all good, that none of them are broken. You want to check inside as well to make sure that there's no scratches or pits. It comes apart just like that, and there's a what they call a Torrington bearing here. I believe this comes off. You want to check that, the bearing, to make sure that it's smooth. Oops, I forget that I'm recording here. There's this little bearing guy inside. You want to make sure that this rolls very smoothly. If it feels like it wants to start and stop, or it feels like there's like sand inside, you want to replace that Torrington bearing. We're going to check all these little dog bones inside here, and really, what's supposed to happen is when this piece here rotates inside, it only rotates in one direction. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean this part off and inspect all the pieces. One other thing to note, inside, I don't know if you'll be able to see, but there are some copper bushings inside here. There's one here, my finger's on it. There's one just below it, right here. It's kind of like a copper piece. And there is another one here. And you wanna check these to make sure that they're not scratched too deep. You can try and use a 400 grit sandpaper to take out some of the scratches, but basically you don't want them to be scratched, and you would just want to check those, make sure they're still good. Also, on this one here, you can see there's some slight coloring, some slight dots. It's not too bad. It means that there's been some overheating on this guy, but that's not too bad. If you have really big spots or really dark spots, then you'll probably have to change it. This one looks pretty clean as well. So I'm gonna clean these and put them aside. So basically, there's a bushing, or yeah, bushing inside here, made out of copper. Should probably replace them. Actually, there's two. There's one on this side, and there's one on this side right here. Should probably replace them, but mine look pretty good, so I'm gonna leave those in there. All my teeth look good. Checked all my teeth. I've checked the parking pawl inside here. That little this little guy here that moves. Just want to check, make sure it's not rounded off. So yeah, checked all that. Alright, the next thing I've moved on to are these shafts. Basically, I've just cleaned them off, and I want to make sure that all the teeth are okay on them, that none of them are chipped or grinded or worn away, that they're all nice and sharp. When I check these little, they have little lube holes. There's a small one right there. There's a big one here, and there's a pair of them there. So I want to make sure that those are all okay. I just finished cleaning this one. And then this is one of the shafts that go right through. Remember, I had a hard time getting one of those rings off, the one that was on this side. So basically, yeah, just checking to make sure that it's not cracked, that all the teeth are okay. Check inside to see if there's any cracking, but mine looks good. So I've already cleaned this one off. Solid piece. There's no holes in this one. This one's a thin piece that goes on there. Anyways, just making sure that they're all okay. The next thing I checked was the parking pawl gear. This is what where is it? This little guy right here attaches on inside, and attaches on there like that. So basically I want to check to make sure that all the edges are nice and sharp. Check all the gears inside. Make sure that there's no cracking, because apparently they like to crack from one side to the other. They'll crack across. Mine doesn't have any cracks in it, so it looks good. Clean this guy off. Made sure all the teeth and everything were good on him. There's 3 little prongs here. Want to check these prongs to make sure that they're not rounded off, that they're still good there. They're a little rounded there at the tip, but you know, they don't look like they've been broken. They're rounded off from the manufacturing, but they look good. Make sure they're not rounded off or anything like that. Found another Torrington bearing. Cleaned that off. That actually was on here like that, kind of there. But I cleaned them off. So we'll put some petroleum jelly and put that back together after. Okay, so like he said, want to check all these teeth. Make sure that all the teeth are okay. And mine looks, so far they look good. Not too bad. Check all the teeth in here. Make sure that none of the teeth are broken inside here. All the way around, you want to check up the top, the 2 side ones, the one on the bottom. Check the splines inside. Make sure that those aren't all chewed up. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean this. There's another thrust washer and a bearing. I'm just going to clean this off. See how it turns out.